When was the last time you were up a tree, bro? When was the last time you went and climbed a tree just for the fun of it? Probably years. I think there's a problem with that. Now, it's my own personal belief through experience and also through various research I've conducted. I don't think you can be depressed or even in a slight bad mood when you are climbing a tree, and I'll just explain this now. So there's a study that shows when you are engaged in a task, so when you are thinking about the task you are doing, i.e. climbing a tree, you are in a much better mood and much less likely to be depressed than, in fact, you won't be depressed because you're engaged in that task, and that is where your mind is. You're present, you're focused, and you are doing what you are, and your mind is where you are acting. Instead of if you were doing a task, so for example, when I'm at work, I polish cutlery, right? I'm a waiter. And when we're polishing cutlery, it's hard to be mentally engaged in a task that isn't quite interesting. It's not an engaging task. It's not something that I think, yeah, this is serving my purpose. Yeah, I'm interested in this. Yeah, it's preventing me from dying. So I'm polishing the cutlery, thinking about other stuff. And when you're doing a task and you're thinking about other things, your mind's going to wander, and you're going to start thinking about the past, thinking about the future events, future problems, and you're going to try and solve problems that aren't really there. And that's not going to help your mood. Whereas when you're climbing a tree, you're quite literally engaged in the task you're doing. And as I say, because you're focused on what it is you're doing, you don't give room to be in a bad mood. You haven't got the time, because if you fall, you're gonna break something, you're gonna die. So go and climb a tree, guys. There's studies that show as well, when you're looking at trees and you're looking at nature, you improve your mood. And I think that's just a no-brainer. This is how we're designed to live. It's a shame, really, that when you, like, social norms, like when I say to someone, oh yeah, I went climbing trees, they just look at me like I'm a freak. But this is what we used to do, just not even for fun, but just for food and for all sorts of reasons. We used to just live amongst nature, and this is what we're used to seeing and what we're used to experiencing. But now, I'm not going to rant about the Industrial Revolution, but let's be honest, the rates of unhappiness, the rates of suicide and all this stuff are sky high, and I think it's because we've disconnected from what we should be experiencing, which is, blissful autumn days in the sun. The sun's just gone away, but it was quite sunny a minute ago. Like, all I can hear is the birds and the trees. If you just focus on your senses when you're in nature, you're going to really boost your mood up. And I've got another one for you as well. Grounding. Grounding's supposed to be good for your organs and all sorts of stuff, but I genuinely believe it improves my mood as well. When was the last time you touched grass or dry leaves or anything with your bare feet on the ground, just walking around in nature? Probably a very long time. And I think that's a disgrace as well. It's not entirely your fault, of course. There's, societal norms. When I walk around barefoot and people see me, they think I look like a bit of a weirdo, but it's functional. Of course, like, you can look at it from a sport perspective and, improving your balance and stuff, but not only that, you're literally grounded with Earth's magnetism. Obviously, our shoes are rubber, so they sort of disconnect us from that. As I say, it improves your organ function, improves your mood, and it's just more natural. You'll feel... what's the word? You'll just feel more whole, in my opinion, and through my experience. There's something pleasant about sitting up a tree and just... like, once I put my phone away and I stop recording this short video, I can just sit here and I can just look and think about nothing, think about what I'm going to do for the rest of the day, think about whatever I want, think about what's for lunch, reflect on my gym session from this morning. I can reflect on whatever it is I please. But it's just pleasant to give yourself the room and the breathing space and the fresh air. Like, I'm right in the middle of a forest right now. The air I'm breathing is so clean compared to, I live in a town and there's cars running by constantly and all this and that. Here, the air's clean, it's quiet, just surrounded by nature and greenery. It's very... I don't know if euphoric is quite the word. I've just broken a leaf off this, the poor thing. Well, a branch, same thing. If you take anything from this video, it's to just spend 5 to 10 minutes minimum in nature today. Don't do it tomorrow, don't do it. I mean, unless it's like, very late at night and you can't really experience nature properly. But you know what I mean, like, if you see this, take the action, take yourself outside, leave your phone at home. My phone's here so I can record this, and because I also just went to the gym as well, so I could record some of my exercises and such. But I happily do this without my phone on frequently as well, because it just gives me the room to think. Too many of us are constantly overstimulated and too deep in thought all the time, never engaged in what it is we're doing, that we mentally paralyze ourselves. We just mentally masturbate over this idea, the other idea. Like, it's important to just stop all of that and give yourself the room to think on nothing sometimes. Honestly, meditation is genuinely the path to improved mood and improved mindset and improved cognition, improved day-to-day quality. Take yourself somewhere quiet, take yourself somewhere amongst nature, and just try to ground yourself in the thought of nothing, just for a moment. And I think you'll find it quite valuable when you go back to the tasks at hand and you've given yourself that breathing room. So thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you in the next one. I can't actually finish that.